You don't mess around. You should be listening to some good music instead of me with those. Hey, Mike.
That's Steve.
Good afternoon, Steve.
Good afternoon, Chris. Good to hear you. How's it going over there? Across the pond.
Good. Cooling down a bit tonight, though.
Yeah. All right. It's funny. Mondays are always kind of slow. Notice that's always our smallest crowd is on Mondays. But there they go. Coming on. He's back. Hey, Rick. Is there anything? Rick, you had a customer service question, and I wasn't quite sure what that was.
I did, yeah. So on the affiliate site, we don't have our name or phone number listed anywhere, but there's the contact page. So I just did a test. I put my email address in and sent that through, thinking that was going to come to me. Because there's no way for if someone comes across my site without knowing who I am, there's no way for them to reach me.
Now I understand what you're talking about. That's what I couldn't. Sorry, I couldn't understand that when they forwarded it to me. Going, okay, what does he mean by that? Okay, let me ask them about that. That's certainly fixable.
Okay,
right? Because
cool.
we can change that. But great point. Right.
Okay. I have one other quick question, if I may.
Yeah, please fire away.
Okay. So other than like DocuSign or ordering through a website, I'm thinking of somebody like if they do alternate financing or something like that, and they have like a PDF agreement. Is that something that can be signed through, or does it have to be a website?
It has to be a website to be interactive, or
okay.
And again, the reason, like you want to use DocuSigns, right, is it's legally compliant.
Yeah.
So if somebody signs a PDF, even though you can make that interactive on a Google Slides, it's a little clumsy, right?
Okay.
But I don't know if it would legally be accepted.
Yeah. And I was thinking about insurance agents too, because it's got to be HIPAA compliant.
Correct. That's where that's what the great part about our system is. You don't have to use some software from us that no one's going to recognize, right?
Yeah.
So that's where now you can take PDFs and documents and turn them into URLs. You know, if you Google how to do that. So that's the way that I would do it that way.
Okay.
So, like for instance, I made show you one that I did. Right, like this presentation I did was actually let's see if I have it here. Let's see if let's try that one again. Yeah, here it is. Let me see now if I can share it. This was a PDF that I made into it. If I can find the right tab here. Yeah, this one. So this is, you see, even it says you can export to a PowerPoint in the upper right-hand corner, but I turned this PDF into URL just for the purposes of sharing.
Okay.
And I'm not technical. I just went to the site that I use is called Bolt, BOLT. .new, and I literally just uploaded the PDF into the system and said, could you turn this into a URL? That's about as technical as you need it to be.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
And there's many other softwares that do that.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, Steve, I got a question if I may ask.
Sure, fire away.
You know, our system, right? I mean, with sharing it and stuff like that, I know you can share for Facebook, but then I think it's giving errors if you're sharing on Facebook from our system. Can this be shared as well to YouTube? Just say you have a YouTube channel.
Yeah, and let me show you the key to those things here, and we're going to make it where it's a little simpler to understand. But let me put that backside. Yeah,
Yeah,
here
because
it is.
we want it to stay interactive even in YouTube. You know what I mean? So that way it's
No, you can't. We can't make Facebook and YouTube interactive. We don't control their screen, right? So we
no.
can't
What
do
I'm
that.
saying is that the video that we're sharing that will be interactive. Like just say we
Not a,
created.
again, if it's appearing on Facebook or YouTube, right? I don't think those are interactive, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not our screen that we can't do it. Like a text is interactive, an email is interactive. The way it's interactive in social medias is that you would have a join my VIP room,
Mm-hmm.
and they would leave Facebook and Instagram and TikTok to come into the webinar live in real time. That's the way
Oh, gotcha.
that people use it. If that makes more sense, yeah.
So it cannot
So,
be like you cannot have the pitch. You know, you cannot have the presentation in YouTube as a video.
correct.
Like, okay,
Yep.
gotcha. Okay, that makes sense.
Right. And so here under my account and my profile, you click on my profile, and where you can set up your streaming links ahead of time. Now, even though it says Facebook and YouTube, you can put in anyone that accepts it. So you can do, if you use a third-party platform like Restream or StreamYard or Instagram, all you do is you click on edit, put in the stream URL here and the stream key, and it'll work.
That makes sense.
So you're not limited to those two. We need to change the titles.
Right.
That's the only ones that people were using at the time that we did it.
Right. So just to clarify, Steve, just say that let's say I made an avatar video and pitch, right? But I want to put that interactive video into YouTube, like in my YouTube channel or something like that. It just doesn't work that way.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Now, I will say to you that I think there's some ways we can do it, but it's a completely different approach. That's why no one does it, you know. But if you're on Facebook, you can add, if somebody comes to your Facebook live stream, you could put in a shared URL that you want someone to click on. That URL could be our streaming platform, and it would be interactive. Like I say, it's a little tough to teach. So that's why I'm kind of being evasive, because I want to try to figure out a way to do it where everyone can do it. But yeah, because you can put in 2 URLs into your Facebook Live that when guests come, and if one of those URLs was us broadcasting, showing the interactive website, it would absolutely work. Yeah. But
okay, so it just doesn't work like, you know, like for instance, like somebody's watching the YouTube channel or something like that, where they're watching a pitch video. That's not interactive.
Correct. And that's why, like I say, when I'm doing a demo for the 25-year-olds who are experts in broadcasting to Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok Live, they know that that's not their expectation. Their expectation is join my VIP room.
Yeah.
You know, jump off that platform, meet me, because then you're going to have my interactive website. You're going to meet me personally, and you can transact. So. Okay, good question though. That's somebody who's learned in the platform.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm just trying to make it, you know, because when you make a channel, you know, I mean, you want to make sure that, you know, they don't leave your channel, right? So if they're watching your video, you know, they stay there. You don't kick them out somewhere else, because otherwise
Correct.
you have to put the link in the video and says, hey, if you want to learn more about this, click this link. You know what I mean? So it takes them out of YouTube.
Correct. But like I say, people will leave YouTube if they think they're going to meet you personally, right?
Yeah.
If they're just going to another place, it's kind of like, why? But that's why I say join my VIP room, you know, meet me personally, you know, on a live simulcast, right? I mean, so think of it, now we become a 4th social media channel, right? It would be like no difference if I said to you, you're on TikTok, join me on Instagram, you know, by clicking this button, so I can do something more with you. That's how the positioning would be.
Makes
it
sense.
makes sense to somebody to do it. Yep.
Well, I'm just trying to limit a lot of the stuff, right? Where they can go to a flat, they can just do it right there and then.
Right.
So.
Yeah. That's why I am determined to make Facebook interactive. I am, because no one's even really trying to do it. So I just have to come up with, what do I need to automate to make that flow make sense? You know, that's where I'm not sure yet. To do it. Yep. Okay. Anyone else have any other thing they want to for a Monday afternoon? Sure. Go ahead.
Yes. So I have an accent, and
I did notice.
So when I added my voice to my avatar, it's not able to replicate it. Um, do you have any knowledge as to, if a voice like mine is going to be added to the database, or is there a way to mitigate that?
If you send me an MP3 of your voice, see if I can do it behind the scenes. But I will say to you, and I'm very transparent, we use the best in the business. We use 11 Labs for our audio, so it's not a case. And 11 Labs does have challenges with accents. Like when I did the Albert Einstein video, it it couldn't do his real voice, So you're in good company, just so you know. But I was able to figure out a workaround. So if you send me yours, maybe I can create a voice for you, that you could use. So just send it to me at steve@mypitch.com.
Okay.
Do a recording of your voice, not the bad version. I don't want to fix the bad version. Send me your good version of your voice, and I just need a minute or two, whatever it is, and let me see if I can do it. And even if you have a script, like if you want me to really take a run at it, I'm happy to do that too.
All right. Thanks.
Yeah, that'd be probably best. Send me a script and your voice, and let me see if I can work my magic for you. Otherwise, you're just gonna have to change your accent. You're just gonna have to be willing to be somebody else.
Right.
Eileen.
Easier said than done.
Hi, I am so excited. I want to share. I actually did my first demo by myself.
Oh my God, I'm braced. I am sitting down. Go ahead.
It actually went very well. The only thing that I got challenged on was I wanted to show, it was for new reps. I wanted to show them the AI, how you do your own talking picture, but you can't do that in a presentation. So you know what I told him? I said, we have the best training. So Monday through Thursday at 1:00 Pacific time, come to the training and Steve will go over all the other features because I just couldn't do that. But I covered really, I didn't have any issues sharing or integrate. I mean, it was just, I was really ready. So I just wanted to share my success story.
No, it's great. And just so, what's so great is that it's not like you didn't know how to do it, is you can't do it, right? So,
Right.
as opposed to, if I had only known, right? And the way that I do it, right, is I use 2 different licenses in 2 different browsers. So that's why, like, whenever I share my browser and I show you my site, I'm literally in another browser. Like right now, my main one, I'm in Google, right, and Chrome, and I have a license in Chrome, and then I open up Firefox, right, as a whole nother browser, and I sign in under another license, and that way the camera and the microphone are not confused. Otherwise, that's when you get the mirroring effect, and the camera doesn't know where the microphone doesn't know where to go. So like for instance, if you wanted to do that, Ray was available. Ray wasn't available, but he said, Ray, if you're not using your platform, let me log in as you.
I see. I have an idea though, Steve. Can you create a video for us that are doing demos to show what the back office looks like? It's for someone to make, so it's basically just like a little, and then I could put it as a, this is the other.
No, let me say this, that the only reason I haven't yet is we're internally, right, we're introducing a whole new recording platform. I think on Wednesday. Not necessarily that you'll notice the difference, right away, but it allows us to do a lot of things in the recordings that I can't do now. Mm-hmm. So I didn't want to start making the recordings until I have those options. For instance, one of those options are, let's say I do an hour recording today, right? And let's say at about 3:30, I cover AI avatars. So when the recording's over, it could break it down into 20 different trainings, my hour training, using AI. So it'll say, so you can literally just watch that 5 minutes. So when you go to look at your recording, you may have 20 recordings that are all broken down with an AI category. Here's where he covered invites. Here's where he covered AI avatars. So every time I do one, I could create really cool recordings without editing. You'd be able to send it to somebody just to say, oh, good, here's a 3 minute. He just covered this yesterday on the 4 o'clock training. here it is. So we're going to do the standard tutorials that will add to the 9, but I've really just been waiting for the recording platform to finish out, which right now we're scheduled to do that on Wednesday afternoon.
And when will 2.0 be fully integrated? Because I see you could do certain things on 1 and you can't. And today I was torn whether to do 1 or 2, but I decided 2 would be the better one to go.
2 is the better one. The only feature that's critical that as soon as we're done with that, then we'll be able to move it over is the breakout rooms. That's the only thing you can't do in 2 that actually has a substance. Otherwise, there's really nothing in 1 that I'm aware of that has significance that we would hold back for. So we're just waiting for the breakout rooms to be finished and trying to reinvent it, as opposed to just copying it. We look at every moment as an opportunity to do something a little better. As soon as we do that, we'll eliminate version 1.
And one more thing, when I'm using my external camera, maybe you could help me on this. Right now I'm on my standard, but when I used my external camera, when I was doing the demonstration, people were telling me that my voice was choppy.
Yeah, when it comes to hardware equipment, cameras, people use external microphones. Like whenever I see John's big earphones, I go, oh my God, that could be a problem, right? That's the difference between a browser-based solution and Zoom. Like people go, oh, I don't have that problem in Zoom. Yeah, because you downloaded the app and it lives inside your computer. So it has access to information and systems that we don't have, right? So that's why, but in the same token, you and I both know that if we ask people, guests, to download an application, they would never join. So it's always the battle between functionalities and experience. So what we intend to do, as soon as everyone has a nice, browser-based experience, we have all that finished, we're all in version 1, we will offer people an option to download our version, especially the hosts. And so anytime people have those kind of weird issues, the download will solve it for them.
Okay.
Or if there's a guest coming on and they're in some weird setup, and you can say, look, I normally wouldn't ask you this, but it's better that you download the software as opposed to figuring something out.
Yeah,
but we want that to be unlike Zoom that forces you, and makes it obnoxious. Download the software. We don't want to do that. We only want to do it for the people who are having challenges.
Because I didn't hear myself sounding choppy. Okay, it didn't. So
right.
I do. I mean, so then I figured that when I turned the other camera on my regular camera, which something's going on, I sounded clear. So
Yep.
I don't know.
Yeah. So those are, again, anytime we're outside of the box a little bit, it's hard for me to sometimes automatically tell you why. Sometimes it's always like, oh yeah, that's happened so many times. Here's all you have to do. That's kind of a tougher issue for me to tell you what that is. Okay. But I'm so congratulations, you went through your first demo. That's amazing.
I did, and I didn't have anybody on there to see, but I really, honestly, I think I closed 2 people for him, which will happen.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. See, I thought, John, you were the only one that I saw, progress, right? No, see, now you got competition.
That's okay. Let's do it together. It's fun.
That's it. Okay.
Giddy up.
Does anyone else have anything else today? If you notice, if you go into Talking Photos, you'll see some improvements today on some of the UX and experiences. And we're going to be finishing that out this week. The goal is that when you create your Talking Photos, is you won't have to go to My Recordings to necessarily, which we taught people to do, to download it and go to the new features. You'll see we made it a little more intuitive in that sense here. Go back here for a second. There we go. So first of all, I think we go here. Let me go dashboard first. Oh, AI tools. There it is. First, we changed the name to an Avatar Studio because we just think that sounds cool. And then you'll notice again a few more descriptions, a few things a little easier to do. You'll be able now, as you add your URLs and it renders, right from here, you'll be able to go in and change the times and do the edits and the thumbnails, all the things that you can only do in the My Recording section, you'll be able to do here in that respect. So that'll be a little better experience for you. Accent or no accent.
You were talking about taking your demo and putting my face in your demo. That's what you're talking about?
Yeah. Also, we're actually going to load up all the demos, by the way, in everyone's back office this week. That's a goal too. So the 5-minute videos. We figured out a way to do that for you. So that'll come as well. Yeah. So you think we're not doing anything over the weekends? You think I'm just, in New York, Central Park. No.
Eating bagels, lox,
Exactly. So, but anyone else have anything special they want me to go over to? Like I say, this is free for you guys in that sense. Okay. No, you think we're good? Okay. But no one wants any particular.
How is it coming
Question.
along? How is
Yeah,
it coming
Steve,
along?
can you take a 1-minute AI presentation and turn it into a talking photo? AI presentation already.
But remember, an AI presentation is a talking photo, right? So let me give you an example, right? What I mean by that. And I appreciate the question, right? Because sometimes we say the same thing, right? But we don't know what we mean, right? So like right now, this really was a talking photo, right? That now is an AI presentation. So this is 47 seconds. Just so you know how I made this, Tommy, right? I literally took a photo of myself, right? What's nice about our system, it takes away a few wrinkles and lines. I want you to know I didn't do that. That's the system, okay? But I took the photo, and I did the voice, and I wrote the script. And so all of this and the website's attached. All of this came from a talking photo. That's our demonstration. So what we're talking about is, let's say, before I jump ahead, am I in the right arena? Are you clear that this is a talking photo? Okay, and am I not understanding your question?
Okay, so the 1-minute presentation is AI speaking about about your opportunity.
Correct.
So what I'm asking, so I would have to get that picture of the AI that's doing the actual presentation?
No, I'm saying depending on what you want to do with it. So you see this green button download here on the lower right-hand corner?
Yeah.
So if I hit download, if you hit download, like I send this video to you, right? You hit download, you're going to have that video without the websites. And so you could use this video and then you could put your websites in here. Right. So let's say right now, I'm going to hit download. You'll see it download on my computer. See right here. It just downloaded. Okay. I just downloaded the video. It's right here in my system now. Why pitch under a minute in downloads? Okay. So now let's say I'm going to go back to our system. I'm going to stop sharing a second. Okay. Now, let me go over here for a second. Where should I go? Yeah, I could do it here. So I'm going to show. Hopefully, this is what you mean. So now I'm in my back office, and I want to take that video, and I want to personalize it, right? Assuming for a second you're going to use me. If you want to use you, I would have to send you the script, and then you could upload your own photo. If you were going to use me, I go to my recordings. I don't have to go to the talking photo section because it's already a talking photo. So it kind of skips that step, right? So right now I click on this and I select video. And I'm going to go to my downloads because I just downloaded that. Why pitch in under a minute? This is what you can do. And then you'll notice it's going to be in my back office. There it is. So that's exactly the video that I did in my voice, and it's the same 47 seconds. And if I wanted to,
yeah,
right?
I have that. I think what I'm saying is, I have to go to my back office to actually get that video.
Yeah, well, what I meant is right now, I'll put this in the chat for you, all the videos. Second here. So here's where I'll give it to you. We're going to load them up in people's back offices. That's what I was saying we're going to do. But until then, I'm going to put it in the chat right now for you. So here's 5 videos. Edit, copy. Okay, and now let me put it in the chat. And then copy and paste this chat. There it is. Okay, there it is. So copy and paste that, just put that in a page, and then it'll be hyperlinked. And you'll have the 1 minute, you have the under a minute video, the 1 minute video, the 2 minute video, the 3 minute video, the 7.5 minute video. And you could download all of those videos and upload them to your system, and you could put your URL page. And that's what I was just trying to say to you. That's how you would do it here.
Okay, I don't see anything. Oh, okay.
It's there now.
Nothing in the chat.
I just put a whole big thing in the chat there, so maybe a second. Huh? It's kind of weird. Try that again. Maybe it'll take a second to appear. Tell me if you guys hit it.
Not yet.
Okay. Let's see here.
I see your test. That's
It's
it.
funny, but what came above didn't come, huh? Try it.
The only thing in the chat is Mike saying nothing in the chat, and then Steve saying test. That's it.
Okay. One second here. Try this one. For some reason it's not copying here. Okay, did that come through?
That did something. Did
Okay. Okay, that's a hyperlink. That's the under a minute video. Funny, when I do the whole thing, it didn't come through. So here's the 1 minute video. I'll give you a couple here. Do the videos coming through. Here's the next video. Okay. Glad I was ready for this. Okay. And there's the full video. Like I say, if you wanted to do a version of yourself doing the talking instead of me, you know, then I'd get you guys copies of the script. Right, so those came through as links, right? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, those came through as links.
Okay. Okay. So just somehow out of my notes. And let me just make sure this is the under a minute one you have. The last one. Okay. But you're confident on how to, now that you have the content, what you need to do to create it, right? Or you want me to take you through any of that? That's what I meant, is that when I was here, this is what I meant. If I was going to do that, I downloaded that video, one of those videos, to my computer. I select video, hit open, it immediately pops up. I'm going to title it. I'm going to write my description. I'm going to type my URLs. Remember, I can add as many URLs as I want, and I could put exactly what time I want that URL to appear. and each page. So it could be my home page, could be the feature page, could be the pricing page, could be my Calendly, depending on whatever you want. Or you could just copy the ones that I do. You could watch it and go, oh, Steve at 10 seconds did this, at 47 seconds did that. That's entirely up to you. If you want to just mirror that, then you hit upload. I won't do it for now. And then afterwards, I would go into edit. I would add my thumbnail, picture. If I want to change the websites, I could change any of the websites. I could change the dates and the title. At any time you guys want, you can go in and you can customize whatever that video is right here, just by hitting edit. If you guys have seen,
And these are all the ones you're gonna be uploading.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, those videos that I just put in there will all be in everyone's back office.
Sweet.
Yeah. Yep. I'm excited because soon we're going to have the language translations too. Well, we can do that. Okay. So Tommy, thank you for that. Was you who asked for that.
Thank you.
Okay. And so again, I encourage you guys, like I say, if it's 9 o'clock tonight and you guys, are trying to do it, and you can't do it, it's okay. You can text me. You can text me and reach out and going, here's where I'm stuck. If I'm free and I'm available, I'll get back to you. I might, if you're having a technical problem or it's not working, I might have somebody else get back to you. Otherwise, I'll get back to you the next day. But I'm saying, I know when you're in the moment and trying to create stuff, it's very frustrating. When it's something that you should know, I know Steve covered it, but I don't remember. It doesn't feel intuitive. I'm saying I'm happy to push you guys over the hump if I can, to make that happen, or I'll point you in the direction of what I think you're doing. Because I could just tell you that, until you do it, you won't learn it. You'll intellectually learn it, and you may feel good about it, but until you do it, it's just huge. It's like Helene today, right? She's been on so many demos, right? And seen me do it so many times for her people. But until she did the demo, she now feels she knows it. It'll be the same thing we're talking about. I promise you, none of this is hard. I'm not a programmer. I'm not a developer. And it took me a long time to realize that whether someone's a doctor or a lawyer or a programmer, nothing in that life is really that hard to do. It really isn't. We just always intimidated by it, because it just comes down to a few simple things, and you got most of it down. So, look at Phil. I always tease Phil. Phil is like the avatar king now, right? He makes coffee beans jump and sing and dance, right? A month ago, it was like, Steve, can you, do an avatar for me? Middle of the night, 2 o'clock in the morning, sending me avatar scripts to go do for him, right? Now he sends me 2 o'clock in the morning avatars that he's done. So I'm just telling you, the progress it really does go that fast, and dramatic for you guys. So, all right, everybody. Anyone else? Anything's good? I didn't check the chat. I'm really lazy about checking the chat. Okay, how often can the credits? So right now we're in a free credit zone, so you don't have to censor yourself. If you guys run out, just email support@mypitch.com. We will be changing that, where there'll be a certain amount of free credits with every plan, and then you can buy additional credits without having to upgrade to another plan. Right now, it seems to be averaging about 2 credits a video. Some of you might correct that if you're doing a full 5-minute video. I'm not sure that'll be the exact number. But the support email is support@mypitch.com. And, we did that on purpose because we really wanted you guys to use it without restrictions so we could learn from your experiences. And that's been great. So, and you can always copy me on the email, which is steve@mypitch.com. So sometimes, if it's a weird hour and I see it and they don't, jump in. So feel free to do that. Okay.
Hey, Steve, anything specific that we had to write on the email to?
Oh no, just say you're out of credits. You're low on credits. So everyone
Okay,
knows.
like
You know.
user ID or anything like that, our website, just for them.
Oh, your email.
Just the
is
email
how-
will be good enough.
Yeah, your email is kind of like your social security,
Okay.
for us.
Fantastic. Thanks, Steve.
That's how we do it. Happy to do it. Happy to see what you create with it, but you got to show me. That's the only deal. Whatever you create, you got to show me. If I'm giving you free credits, I want to see it so I can promote it.
Hey, Steve, are y'all only gonna do the night ones on Tuesdays and Thursdays?
I don't know. That's a Dave question. Dave's in charge of the events in that perspective. I just show up. But the Thursday one was a big success, so I know we'll be doing that again. I don't know. I don't think we're scheduled for this Thursday, but that could be an announcement.
Or maybe maybe it would be Wednesday instead of Thursday.
Could be. Yeah, that's what I meant. Is we try to
Tuesday and Thursday. It's already.
Yeah, we try to figure out the nights where most people are going to show up. I don't know if there's some secret sauce that we figured out on that perspective. And also, we don't want to over event you. Do you know what I mean? We don't want this becomes like, oh my God, another event they're asking me to show up to.
Right.
So trying to find that right balance. Yep. But all right, guys, listen, have a wonderful afternoon. Remember, Tuesday's our big day where we do have an afternoon training and we have our business opportunity, at night. And that's where you can feel free to bring someone and we'll treat everyone as if they've never been on a meeting before. So they get the full spectrum of the opportunity. That's the great thing about the Tuesday night meetings. Okay. All right. No, these aren't, like I say, the reason I haven't recorded them yet is because we're doing a new recording platform that'll give us functionality. So hopefully that'll be Wednesday. And then maybe from Wednesday forward, then all these trainings will be recorded. They can be spliced and diced and categorized for easy trainings. Okay. No, thank you for the question.
Sweet. Thanks very much.
All right, everybody.
Have a great
afternoon. Okay.